This is AEW Unrestricted. I'm Aubrey Edwards here with my lovely co-host, Tony Schiavone.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Good.
I'm really excited about this one.
Dude, I'm really excited because this table's so full. Like,
Yes.
my knee's rubbing up against yours.
I know. That's
You
why I
didn't
was
even buy me a
excited.
drink yet. This is great. What's in that bag, man?
The day's not over, babe.
Who do we got here? Who do we got here with us, Tony?
We have Jurassic Express.
Hell yeah.
We have Jungle Boy, Marko
Finally.
Stunt, and Luchasaurus.
And Luchasaurus?
And Luchasaurus and his gang.
He's like the reason for the Jurassic part, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because I'm a dinosaur?
Yes.
All right.
Duh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Fair enough.
I just want to point out Luchasaurus is sitting on the end because his legs are too long,
Yes.
which he does on literally every cross-country flight.
Yes.
Exit row, aisle guy, first class. You got to get the miles, man. You're flying LA to Jacksonville all
Yeah.
the time.
You gotta get that Shakespeare.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The Shakespeare seat is seat
Wait,
two.
why is it the Shakespeare seat?
Snake told me that. He told me this. So Jake
2B?
says it. 2B is a Shakespeare seat for us tall guys because you don't want to be 1A.
No, because then you can't put your bag on the ground.
Yeah, and it's also a box for us. Like it's nothing. You can't.
Oh, yeah.
I
That
can
makes
put
sense.
my feet under the seat.
So you're the aisle seat, first class.
2B.
2B.
First off the plane, behind the first row. It's the closest you can be to get off the plane quick.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so that's 2B. That's my goal always to get the Shakespeare
Do they
seat.
do first class snacks during the pandemic?
They do. Yeah, it's like a box.
full
though.
service?
No, it's a box.
It's a box.
I don't get
Because
it.
I know, like, I get the Biscoff cookies because I'm still on, like, main Comfort Plus. I love Biscoff cookies.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I'll take them.
I haven't
Well, I like them. I just
had those.
Have you had the cookie butter?
I like those.
The Biscoff cookie butter?
Yes.
It's fucking legit.
Yes.
that's cool.
We should probably do a podcast.
Any other food before we get started?
No.
Okay.
How's that bang, Tony?
Bang, baby. So I want to talk about Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy being a team. Started teaming at Bar Wrestling as Land of the Lost. Became a Boy and His Dinosaur a few months later. How did you two initially become a tag team?
It was someone else's idea.
Who's idea? Can you say?
No, it's a thing.
Oh, yeah, no. That's, okay.
Okay.
It was someone else's idea.
Someone else's
We
idea.
wanted to work together though because we had known each other for a long time.
Right.
And I wanted him to come to Bar Wrestling. I wanted to actually wrestle him.
Right.
I thought that'd be cool.
They kick me all over the place. Yeah. But yeah, it was someone else's idea, and I thought theoretically it would be kind of cool, but I was like, whatever. And then we saw on Twitter, we were doing this like tag tournament or trios tournament or something, and someone tweeted, "Can we have Jungle Boy come out to the ring on Luchasaurus's shoulders?" And I was like, yeah, I guess that sounds easy enough.
Yeah.
And we did it, and for some reason, everybody just like lost their shit. Like that was like the loudest pop of the entire show, and I was like,
Yeah.
Entrance is everything, man.
Well, and the funny thing is, the next time we had to go through the door, so I was like, "How are we going to do this?"
Oh, yeah.
So he decided just to fall back, and it just because we were panicking, we got to get out there, and then it just became the thing we do, and everyone thought that's like hysterical. It's like, but it's like the way we ride.
Your abs must be crazy, man.
He's got good abs.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's like 22, so he's probably got real great abs.
Asian.
But yes,
Eat whatever he fucking wants.
Yeah, I know.
for now.
Trust me, I know.
Not Biscoff cookies, apparently.
Well, you told me I've gotten heavy in the past year.
Oh, my neck is starting to
Wow.
really hurt.
Okay.
So you guys are teaming up Bar Wrestling.
Yeah.
When did you guys get the call for AEW?
Well, I guess you got it before me. You were already there.
Yeah, I think I had already had the call
Yeah.
before that. And originally, I remember the first time I actually met the Bucks. I'd met Cody before, but the Bucks and Cody came to Bar Wrestling because they were kind of going around doing like a little indie tour.
Right.
What the hell are you doing? And I took this picture with them that was like my announcement picture. And originally,
You were on the
plan-
shoulders, right?
Yeah, on Cody's shoulders.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about
We haven't
that.
even done it
I know
yet.
the product.
But originally, they were telling me that day, me and Marko were supposed to be a team. That was like the original plan before he was in the mix. And then he ended up, Double or Nothing was your first.
Yeah, because I talked to Trent, and he I was texting him saying, hey, Ring of Honor decided not to pick me up. They were going to use me when I come out to the West Coast and stuff, but they didn't have any ideas for me creatively. And Trent's like, hey, I'm in the car with the Bucks right now. You want me to tell them that you're not with them? Because they thought you were signed with ROH.
Oh, shit.
I was like, yeah, tell them. They're like, oh, let's bring him to Double or Nothing. Does he want to be in the thing? I'm like, yeah. And then they came to Bar Wrestling and wanted me and Jungle Boy to do a promo for the thing. And they're like, I was like, hey, can we do it together? And like, they're like, yeah, do whatever you want. So we just started doing our little shtick together, and it started getting real over on BTE, and we kept coming up with more ideas. So by the time we actually even came out together at all, people knew us from. We never even really kind of had a tag. Like they knew us from BTE.
Right.
They didn't know what we could do. They just
BTE is magical like that.
Yeah, it was amazing. So that really was kind of like, it was just our kind of funny idea together because I think we had two characters that were kind of on their own. It's like, okay, why is he a Jungle Boy? Why is he a dinosaur? But together it kind of just worked. And
right.
Now it makes sense. Now there's context.
So it was originally supposed to be Marko and Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
But then Marko came into the mix later.
Yeah.
How did that all go down, Marko?
3,
So at
2. Okay.
Woke up.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
What did
time that
2? Yeah, that's about when
Okay.
I
wrestlers
took a
wake up.
nap after we did signing.
Okay. Very good.
Gotcha,
Good
gotcha.
job.
Good job. Proud of you.
Thank you.
So go ahead.
No, I had a broken leg at the time that
That's
I got
right.
messaged. So they didn't bring me in immediately because I wasn't able to. But I came in for Double or Nothing
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
Double or Nothing.
That was your first show back, right? Mm-hmm. Because I think you told me you weren't ready in the back.
Or it was.
But you weren't going to miss it.
I had one against Joey. I had one match against Joey, but I shouldn't have
Came
done
back
that.
and broke his nose first day.
I did.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
did?
Yeah.
What?
Guy tried to do a dragon rana off the top on the apron.
Oh,
Crazy.
well, you know.
Yeah, like
I mean,
you're saying that
it
like
wo-
you
it-
wouldn't do that.
It went.
That's the wildest thing ever. I would do that.
I mean, the move went fine, but when I landed, Joey rolled off the apron and landed on my head, and it
Hell
just
yeah.
smashed me.
Oh, shit.
It was a fun time.
Marko goes hard.
Yes,
Hard
he
in
does.
the paint, Marko.
Yeah. So Marko,
Yeah.
it's been revealed that you were ranked number 182 on the PWI Top 500 in 2020.
Yeah.
How about that, huh?
Yeah, I've
How
never.
does that make you feel?
Good. I've never been ranked before. That was really cool.
That's tremendous. Yeah.
That was really cool.
Because you fly through the air like no one else.
Well, thank you.
I mean,
It's because other people throw it.
no, well, I was getting ready to say.
I don't really have a choice.
The best
I was
Canadian
gonna-
destroyer I've ever seen because you literally throw one
Yeah.
person into somebody else.
It's fun.
Let me interject something here. You have faced really big guys,
Yes.
and obviously you've suffered your injuries.
Yes.
You obviously, am I right to say that you'll do just about anything? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Baby.
right.
Yeah. I don't really have any fears. I was brought up not really realizing that my size was a negative factor.
Yeah,
And so I don't look at it as a negative factor.
Right.
I try to use that as a positive and as something that pushes me to, push myself.
It's one of those things like I remember you had the match with, I think it was Brody or Lance in Atlanta.
They both happen the day.
Yeah, they both happened. The whole day's a blur. But I remember you being booked against those guys. It was like, oh, this is why we have Marko. For these moments like this to really put over how big and strong these guys are. I remember one of the moments we were like, oh yeah, just throw Marko out of the ring over me into the gun club. It's like this, it's funny that people are saying oh, Marko's too small, Marko can't do this. But it's you serve a fantastic role. Everyone's unique for their own reason, and
yeah, but there's more than that. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
The fact
that's
is,
just scratching the surface.
that's
right?
correct. It's showing that you have determination, heart, are not afraid of anyone, and you'll always, you always fight, and I think that serves you well as well. So, have we asked you yet? How did the name Jurassic Express start?
It's Tony's idea.
Yeah, it was Tony.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were boy and his dinosaur kind of on our own, and then we were trying to figure out how to bring Marko into it. And Tony's like, Jurassic Express. That's it. I love it.
You guys didn't like it initially, right?
I didn't like it at all. I was
thought it
like,
was a little goofy.
I thought it was too goofy, but then it really quickly kind of grew on us, and I'm like, actually, it's cool. So
It's proven that
it
you put
works
Express
now.
in the name. It's going to lead
he
to
was
success.
right. And,
It's funny. So I actually got offered
Midnight.
my contract.
Yeah.
What was the time that I actually came out with you guys for the first time? It
That
was,
Fight for the Fallen?
yeah.
was it Fight for the
Yeah.
Fallen?
Yeah, July.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got offered the contract there. At the after party is when I was told what we were going to be called. No. It was a little before, and then Joey found out that we were going to be called the Jurassic Express, and he said, "What? That's fucking stupid."
That's a very Joey Janella.
And Tony's standing right there, and Tony goes, "Well, I came up with that though," and he goes, "Well, it's fucking stupid."
I remember that.
And Tony goes, "Well, I appreciate your honesty," but that was really funny. But
That's an accurate conversation. It's not even
yeah,
like a...
Yeah.
it's a-
I can totally see all that happening.
That was the extent of it.
that was
That was it.
the whole conversation.
I love this question, so I'm going to ask it.
Sure.
What's the locker room like for you guys?
Ooh.
What's your locker room personality?
Shit, I love it.
We have a great locker. Well, the locker rooms are all separated right now because of how we're situated. And there's only so many guys in our locker room.
There's like
Right.
faces and heels.
Yeah, kind of. And there's like in our locker room, there's like 10 guys probably.
Something like
10,
that.
12.
Yeah, it's like us, the best friends in Orange,
Janella.
Janella, Miro, Kip's in there now too. So I guess there's a couple.
Because Kip poured candy on you.
Yes.
Slow motion, sensual.
Yeah.
Fucking guy.
Well, we keep them separated,
Well, I'm
you know.
laying
No one,
there, and
Orange
he's
is
standing
security.
there with the little thing of candy, and he's like, "I really want to pour this on you." And I was like, "All right." And then
That's consent, man.
he had it, and he didn't post it for Halloween. I was like, "Dude, what are you doing?" So he just sent it to
Come
me
on,
now, and
Kip.
I posted it days late, but it is what it is. But yeah, the locker room's real cool.
Yeah, we have fun in there.
I kind of look forward to just coming and being in the locker room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
It's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
separate thing now from just the wrestling.
There's the show, but I mean,
Yeah.
we're there all day.
yeah,
It's fun hanging out with
They're
everybody.
long days.
Yeah. We
But
keep
it's
it
cool.
tight. We keep
Yeah.
a tight ship in there. You gotta,
We got little locker room games and
Oh, yeah?
Oh, like what?
well,
pin the tail on, Jurassic Express.
something
Wow.
like that.
Whose tail?
Well, after we play Spin
It's
the
a
Bottle.
metaphorical tale.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
the
Spin the
one that was
bottle
lost
gets
on
a
me
little
too.
I
crazy
always like to turn
sometimes.
the lights off in the locker
Yeah, he turns the
room.
lights off for all these games.
And then fucking Trent and Joey Janella don't like it, so they get mad all the time. But I think it's like relaxing to just be in there with the TV and the lights off.
I don't see the harm in turning the lights off. I
They're
mean,
fucking goofballs. But so we have like a constant.
we don't have to stare at each other naked all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Marko will just get naked.
We do have a rule that 1 hour a day in the locker room, no one's allowed to wear any
happens.
clothes.
No?
Yeah.
1 hour?
1 hour.
Yes.
Is it like a cumulative 1 hour or 1 hour?
mean, sometimes
No, we
it's
said that we start the 1 hour and then like everyone has to get naked. And
Yeah, and sometimes
then we
like
play our games.
Call times 2.
Yeah, so yeah, that's right. Try to call time.
early. We get there.
We get there a little early. That's why we're there early.
that's like community shower time as well. Yeah. It's for some people. Not everybody does
It's
that.
team building.
Yeah.
Is what we're doing.
Boy, this is taking a left turn somewhere. And I don't know
I don't
where.
even know where we're at. in the notes.
That's one way to put it.
I have no idea. Well, it looks like you have fun in the locker room. And you know what, guys? We all have fun. And we don't necessarily stay in the locker room. And when we go out, we walk around, with the mask on, and we talk to people. And
You're always looking for talent. Come in our room and see that there's no talent.
Exactly.
Close the door real quick.
Yeah, I open the door. I say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking for talent," and I close the door.
That's our game.
Because it said, I just thought it was
That's our
funny
Tony
because
game.
it says talent on the door, and I'm thinking, oh,
We removed that sign because of this.
I'm sure you did. But obviously, we have a great time and being together. And you three, one more thing before we go to our break. Who developed Marko? You sliding between the legs of Luchasaurus? Was that something you came up with? I know we talked about Jungle Boy being on the shoulders and
Oh, when you come out?
when he comes out.
It
Yeah.
just kind of
I didn't even
happened.
know you did that.
Yeah, I just did that.
Back in the day, like with the ramp,
yeah.
before we had the plastic.
I just did that one day, and I went sliding.
Yeah.
That's that one. You there's a GIF of it where I just slide into the camera.
Yeah.
And it backs up.
Yeah.
And that's like my favorite GIF of myself.
That was our first one.
That was the first.
Yeah.
That was our first like real
All out.
entrance.
You just decided to do that, right?
Yeah, I just did it because your legs were spread. I was like, ooh, here's an opportunity. I'm tiny. Whew.
See, I like it when we don't think about those things and they just kind of happen.
Those are always the best.
Yeah.
The organic stuff.
That's kind of how the entrance did too, as well.
Your Batista.
I mean that too.
You're listening to AEW Unrestricted, and we're talking with Jurassic Express. One thing I'd like to talk about is State Farm Insurance. And I say I like to talk about that because I've been a State Farm customer, a member, if you will, since 1981, since the year that I was married. State Farm has surprisingly great rates on both auto and homeowners.
Tony, you've been a member of State Farm since before I was born.
There you go.
That means that they must have like great customer service. They've got agents available everywhere. Like to be a member of a company for that long, you have to be really, really happy with their policies.
I'm happy with their policies, and now I'm happier, Aubrey, with their easy-to-use technology, because back then, you'd have to have the insurance card in your wallet. It was a paper insurance card or like a cardboard insurance card. Now, you have it on your phone. They have a great app, and you have your insurance card right on your smartphone. So the technology that is advanced in the world has also advanced insurance, thanks to our people at State Farm.
So you can manage your coverage, pay your bill, file a claim, all just from your phone. Some
That's
you already
right.
carry around with you. Who
That's
needs
right, all the
cardboard
time.
cards anymore?
No
Jeez.
boy. A great price with even greater service. So, Aubrey, as I always say, when you want the real deal,
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You say that all the time, Tony.
I do.
This is AEW Unrestricted with Tony Schiavone and Aubrey Edwards. We're here with a whole gaggle of gentlemen. I don't know, can you use
Gaggle? What
gaggle?
does that
That's one way to put it.
It's that's what you call a group of geese.
Geese?
Yeah,
Huh.
it's like a murder of crows and a gaggle of
Is
geese.
that because you think that the dinosaurs have the bird background?
No,
That's not
I just
true.
like,
It's a myth.
dude. I've only had 2 coffees today, and gaggle was the first word that came out of my mouth.
That's fine.
I
So
liked it.
yeah,
Switch
thank
it
you.
up a little
I've
bit.
seen you
Thank
fly.
you.
You can't lie to me.
Luchasaurus, you spent some time down at FCW,
I did.
right? And
Yeah.
you had a chance to work with Dusty Rhodes down there.
Yes, I did.
How did he kind of impact the current character?
Well, I've talked about this before. He's one of my favorite. He was actually one of my only supporters down there, so
Right.
it was actually really cool. But I was always trying to find a way to, put my master's degree stuff in, because I, for no reason, have a medieval master's degree. Because like, how can I use this in a wrestling context? And in promo class with Dusty, you try different things all the time, and he always had me trying different ways to pinpoint how to do that, and we couldn't figure it out. But a lot of the stuff I do now and the way I just talk is kind of just me being myself, which is what he liked. But I just put a, I don't want to call it a mask, but that's what it is, I guess.
Yeah, sure. It's unrestricted.
Shit.
Okay, yeah. Well, as soon as I became a dinosaur and stopped trying to be a human,
Oh yeah, there you go.
that's
There you
better.
go.
All of a sudden, like my sense of humor, it kind of became an absurdity kind of thing, and it just made it work. So it was like, I wish he could have been there to see that, because I think he would have loved as soon as I put a mask on and figured out something that was totally, because I never would have thought to do this on my own. It kind of just one of those things like we talked about organically happened. But working with him and all that promo stuff, and it was cool to see like it come around a few years later, and like, oh, now this all makes sense. Wow, everything he taught me kind of clicked.
Right.
So it was, without that, it would have been really hard for me to ever probably dive into a character like this.
Right.
Yeah. Luchasaurus came from a Lucha Underground crowd chants, right?
Yes. I was just in the ring, and I thought it was my first time back in like 2 years of even wrestling. And I was very nervous, and I didn't do much. But the crowd started chanting something. I didn't know what. I thought they were making fun of me and saying, you just started. And I was like, oh my God, they think I'm a giant greenhorn.
Literally, a greenhorn.
So I got to the back thinking, oh my God, I messed up. Yeah. And people were like, no. They were chanting Luchasaurus, man. I'm like, what the hell is a Luchasaurus? You? Go for
dinosaur.
it. I was like, I thought I'm a giant snake.
Nope.
No, I'm a dinosaur. So, it took a while to understand exactly what that was supposed to mean.
Damn.
But that was it. That's how it started.
Tough wrestling with the, if I can say, mask on. Is that tough for you?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
You got like a limit on that thing, right?
I mean, they're making a new one right now for me.
You remember when
every
you
few
lost
months.
it almost?
Yeah, it popped off almost that one time against Jake Hager.
All right.
Oh yeah, but I remember that.
But that was my own fault. There's certain things I know I can't do with it, and that we've started to learn to bobby pin it to my hair.
Yeah.
Which is actually very smart.
You only just now, like fucking 54 episodes into TV, and you just now learned about bobby pins.
Look, I have a master's degree in history. It doesn't
not
help me
that
with
many.
anything practical. Okay? I need help with this stuff.
It's got to restrict your breathing. I mean, the way
Well, that's why he does all the moving. I just come in there and
he
do
just
a quick,
comes in and does like question mark kicks.
yeah,
and
that's
shit.
it. There's a couple kicks, and I'm already dead after
Come
that.
in on the hot tag, kick a few guys. There you go.
Well, here the thing is,
Moonsault.
yeah, exactly. But it's tough. I mean, in the heat in the summer, and I can't breathe out my nose in this thing at all. I can only,
Oh, dude, I can't even imagine. I'm having a hard time just wearing pants.
Yeah.
Can't imagine not being able to breathe on my face in the ring.
You're telling me it's tough. So I have to pace myself very smartly.
My flies up. Okay.
Oh, I think our Marcos isn't down. Shit.
This guy's
Marco, what are you laughing about?
He's always laughing. Who knows?
Marco's the biggest guy in the Express.
If you know what I mean.
Hey-oh.
Whoa. Okay. So before we go there,
Yeah, I believe it.
That's why I was laughing.
Jungle Boy, you started really young. What got you into wrestling?
I saw wrestling. I had some friends who showed it to me on TV, and I just thought it was awesome. It was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. And I had a trampoline, and I decided right then that I was going to become a wrestler. So I went out with my younger sister and just tried everything that I saw.
Smart way to do it.
Yeah. And it started with just like me wanting to clothesline her and stuff like that. And then eventually I was like giving her tombstones and stuff like that. And it got to the point where my parents were like, you can't be doing this. And they found a place for me to go, not too far from where I lived, where they would teach kids how to wrestle.
Right.
How old are you?
I was in the 4th grade. So
That's wild.
Wow, that is
Whoa,
wild.
it's like you were
That's
like 12.
insane.
No, like 9?
Yeah.
yeah, I think, maybe I was 9.
Like 9 or 10? Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember my dad picked me up early from school one day and drove me over to it.
Yeah.
And this guy, looking back, it was like a kind of shitty ring, but he had this ring in his backyard, and I was like, wow, like that's a real ring. I was like, this is nuts. And yeah, I started going to these kids' classes for a little bit, and then I got good enough where I was able to get bumped up to the adult class, which is where I met this guy first time.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I did that for like 2 or 3 years. I retired when I got into middle school.
Yeah. This guy.
Does his 3 years in the business, thinks he's hot shit.
Yeah.
Took a sabbatical.
Retires.
I was like, I've been there, done that. And I ended up not coming back until my last year of high school. And then that's when I've been going since then.
And we met up again then too, though.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah.
In some warehouse randomly.
Yeah.
You know. We're always in the same classes somehow.
Universe was calling.
Yeah.
The jungle was calling.
Manifested it, man.
Yeah.
Talk about how David Arquette was instrumental in that.
David Arquette. Yeah, David I met, it was about a year and a half maybe before I got signed. I met David also right before my indie career really got going. And he and my dad were good friends. And he just got a ring in his backyard. Because he just had that documentary that came out, and he was training at his house and all that. And he just told me, he's like, anytime you want to come by and use the ring, feel free. And the problem in LA is, like, to get to a ring takes like 2 hours with the traffic.
Takes 2 hours to do anything in LA.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So David's like 10, 15 minutes for me. So I was in that thing all the time. Here's a funny story real quick. It makes me laugh because now I do a suicide dive almost every single match. And
You do multiple?
Multiples, yeah.
First, second,
Yeah,
over the top.
you got to now. David
Sammy
Arquette-
did that the other day, and I'm like, dude, you're still in Jungle Boy's
I
gimmick.
know,
We
motherfucker.
got to talk to him.
Yeah.
Marko.
That's your friend.
Yeah.
But
I have no say so.
David Arquette taught me how to do a suicide dive.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, because I was really,
I like Marco's response.
I was really
That's
scared
wild.
to do it because I always imagined my feet getting stuck and just like eating shit on the floor.
Yeah.
And I told him that. I was like, oh, I'm just scared to do it. And I remember he was wearing this like gold chain and like not wrestling clothes at all. And he's like, fuck it, dude, I'll do it. And he runs and just literally dives out onto the ground. There's like a little
Like
pad.
nothing to catch him?
There's like a little pad, but just dove onto it. And he gets up and his fucking nose is bleeding and he's ripped his chain because he did eat shit the first time. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to do it again. And he just did like 4. What the hell? I was like, and he was like, yeah, it's not that hard. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude, all right. So I was like, I got to try it. And then I got it on the first time. It wasn't actually that hard.
Oh.
But I was like,
No, you're a big pro. All right.
no, I was like, okay, it's just a mental thing. But I was like, thank you, dude, because I don't think I would have done that without you
Whoa.
busting your fucking face up.
Yeah. Well, good for David Arquette being out of his mind, like we know he is,
Yeah.
Jesus.
for helping you with that. Now, your dad never saw you wrestle in AEW, but he knew you signed with AEW, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got signed in,
It was like February?
I think it was actually January. I think they announced it in February, but it was in January.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember my sister was getting ready to go to Africa for 6 months because she was doing this whole program, like building schools and all that. And we'd all gone to Michigan to see her before she left. And I'd also done a GCW show in Chicago. So we were all at breakfast one morning, and I got a message on Twitter from Cody. And he just said, shoot me a text when you have a minute. And I'd had a feeling this might happen because I'd seen people following me on Instagram and stuff, like Chris and the Bucks, and I was like, okay. But
Something's going down.
Yeah, I knew something was happening, but I remember getting the text, and I was sitting next to my dad, and I showed him the phone like that under the table, and he just looked at me and was like, that's cool. And, then it all ended up happening.
Right.
And the last one he saw me have in person was my first PWG, which that was cool for me too, because that kind of PWG in itself was like a huge landmark thing.
That's like you've made it on the indies when you do
Yeah.
PWG.
So it was. I'm really glad that he got to be there and see like things obviously going in that direction. Like it was my indie career and like that phase of it. Like I'd completed it, so he got to be there for that. So that was cool.
That's awesome.
All right, Marko, you're from Mississippi.
I am.
Long tradition of wrestling in the Mid-South. How did you get into this sport?
In the Mid-South.
Duh, Tony.
No, I had a group of buddies, well, 2 buddies, actually. And the 3 of a gaggle of buddies.
Gaggle of buddies. Murder.
And we were really the only ones that watched wrestling in high school. And we would hang out and do backyard wrestling and drop each other on our heads and stuff. It was great. And my dad told us about an event going on down the road, and we went to it. And it was a blast. And we ended up asking the guys if they would train us. And they weren't really interested in me necessarily, but my buddy was 6'5", or is 6'5", and like 320 pounds. So they were real interested in him. And I took off with it a little quicker than they did. And I started traveling a little more. And that's what helped me starting off, really, was getting out of the Mid-South. And because nowadays in the Mid-South, it's not necessarily a key place. And like, that's not
It's got a lot of history, but it's not really like bustling right now.
It does. But like, and that's not me being negative against where I'm from. It's just right now is not the time to be there. You know, it's not.
Sure.
So, and that's like, I've told people recently from there, because they ask like, you know, there's other people like Christian, who's doing really well.
He's doing great. Him and Alex Zane are just like fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, they're very good right now. Like, they'll ask me and him, like, hey, what did you do to start doing these other shows? And you literally have to get out of where you're from to do that. But
Get in a car and drive. Leave.
that's how I got into it. And then I had a performance with GCW where I came from the crowd. And I wrestled KTB. Who was actually, he was here. Not
Yeah,
too
it
long
was
ago.
him and Jungle
You
Boy
wrestled
in a match,
Jungle
right?
Boy,
Yeah. I ref that, I think.
Did you? Yeah. Nice. Oh, yeah.
He was awesome.
Yeah, he's
Very
great.
vocal on the cell.
He's great. He helped me a lot, got me over, and that's actually the match that Cody and the Bucks noticed. And Cody texted me that night and invited me to All In, the Battle Royal. And the Battle Royal was nuts because I wasn't supposed to get as much in as I did.
Wardlow's texting
Wardlow's
Tony
texting.
now.
I wasn't supposed to get as much in, but actually, Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer pushed for me to do a bunch of spots. Like, they pushed for me to eliminate Moose for the first elimination.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that
stuff.
doesn't make sense.
It's all in, dude. It's wrestling. You're a fucking dinosaur. Nothing makes sense. Doesn't have to.
You're 65 million years old.
Yeah.
All right.
Master's degree and all.
Yeah, you're right.
Medieval history. You have a master's degree in shit that happened after you were born.
It's wild.
Yo, why?
Not cheating. That's okay.
Why
okay,
do
it's
you-
not cheating.
You lived
Why
through
did
it.
you pick medieval history?
Yeah. Marco's just going to do my job now.
I picked
I'm
medieval
sorry.
history
That's fine.
because
I had the
I actually dropped out of college after the first semester because I hated it and I was trying to just do business because I didn't know what to pick as a major. And I was like, oh, you're supposed to do business when you become an adult, right? And I hated it. And then I had one history class I really liked, and the professor I would still talk to after I dropped out. And he's like, dude, why don't you just be a history major? You like it. And I'm like, I'm just going to go to school and do things I like.
Right.
Yeah.
And because I did that, I started excelling in all the classes, found one book from the 12th century that I loved, and then a medieval professor that actually was at my university that was really good. I was like, I want to write a thesis on this and do a master's degree. She's like, that's a stupid idea, but I'll definitely help you if you want to do it because I don't think you should be in this department for the rest of your life because trust me, it's a dead end. But if you really want to do this and you want to be crazy, let's do it. I was like, fuck it.
It's your money, man. You want to light it on fire?
So we did
Great.
it, and I wrote like this long thesis on it, and 6 years later, I got the degree, and now I just use it as a thing for.
Hey, it works, man.
You can literally say you have a master's
But I
degree,
do
though.
say
Not
it,
many
and
people.
it's legit. It got me over. It worked. It all worked out because I just followed things I was passionate about.
Exactly. Like, you have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I didn't want to start trying to plan for the future. I was like, I'm not going to complete anything if I do that. I'm going to be miserable.
Well, it's funny to see like where like you can go on one path completely and then see kind of how that path influences somewhere else.
As long
Like,
as you're open to it.
right, like I was doing the video game thing for a long time,
Yeah.
and then I went to reffing, and now I'm doing video games while I ref thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird, right?
And I think that's the thing is like in life, if you're just open, if you follow what you're passionate about and you're open to then different possibilities along the way of that molding and changing over time, you're going to be happy. Hopefully.
Before we go to the break, I want to touch on one thing. I think it was we were in Philly.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be a tag match with you and Jungle Boy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember you getting hurt.
Yeah.
And that was when Marko made his Dynamite debut.
Yeah, yeah.
You said, I think that was like the biggest moment of your life.
Yeah, definitely.
What did that feel like? I think we ended up
that was
changing the
like-
whole card around, right?
that
Like
was-
you guys were supposed to
Yeah,
open,
we were-
and then you ended up like near the end because you had to replan everything.
that was
So
wild.
that happened like 2 hours before
It was
the
crazy.
show. And we still didn't know 20 minutes before the show if you were going to wrestle.
Yeah, they were
I think
trying.
they were waiting until last minute, right?
They were trying to figure it out.
They were like doing the work and stuff, but that was probably the most nerve-wracking match I've ever had still.
It was wild, dude.
Because like just because it was so like we had to put it together so quickly and like so on point because it's the Lucha Brothers and it's our TV debut.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I remember that because I ended up pushing it forward, so the Lucha Brothers did the heel turn right at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
So that they were heel when they fought you guys.
Yeah.
Which helped a lot.
Yeah, because they were supposed to turn heel, I think,
They
after
beat
the match.
shit out of me.
Right. It was perfect. It's like, oh, if they're going to beat the shit out of Marko, they might as well be heel.
I literally thought my chest caved in at one point because of the chops when they.
Well,
hung me
that's
up
just
in the ropes.
Penta, right? Like,
No, that was
Both,
Phoenix.
dude.
oh, Phoenix is
the one
Phoenix
that got
is
me.
just as bad, man.
Thank you, Poppy.
I love him. He's a motherfucker. 'Cause he wears that fucking
He wears the vest.
son of a bitch.
It's like no one's going to chop you with the vest.
Shakespeare.
And I tried to
Shakespeare.
get him as hard
Shakespeare.
as I can,
Shakespeare.
and
Shakespeare.
It doesn't work.
All right.
Thank you.
Get ready for some fan questions for Jurassic Express.
This is AEW Unrestricted. Tony and Aubrey here with all of Jurassic Express. We've got a number of fan questions. You guys seem to be pretty over. I don't know if you knew that or
A
not.
gaggle of fan
A
questions.
gaggle of fan questions. A murder of fan questions.
A murder?
Yeah, like crows.
Gross, dude. She said that.
Yeah. Murder.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Dazzle of zebras. You're learning a lot of it.
That's cool, Dad.
Right?
One in
It's
the hand is
dazzle.
worth two in the bush. What's the saying?
The wolf on the hill or something?
What?
Well, the wolf on the hill, when he wants the food, it's there.
Jack and Jill
We're doing
went up the
fan
hill.
questions. The Broadzilla on Twitter for Luchasaurus. You're the reason my mom watches Dynamite. She's loved dinosaurs.
Wait,
and
me?
Yes.
Wow. Pressure.
She like my mom loves dinosaurs. She's a huge Big Brother fan. Who in AEW would be a great Big Brother contestant? And who would be the first to be evicted?
Oh God. Well, the people that are the best contestants, it's weird because you have to be very good socially and you have to be strategic at the same time. So it's not this the person that's vocal and is too loud because that person gets annoying.
Right.
So I think MJF would be out right away, and I'll tell you because.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, because he's going to get too excited and he's going to go around and he's like, first everyone's going to like him the first day, but by day 5, it's like, okay, I think he's talking to everybody.
By minute 5.
Maybe by minute 5. Yeah, I'll give him the benefit of a week.
Right.
But I think he might be first out, and that he would be the one that thinks he's going to win the whole thing. He's out first.
I think Britt would end up winning.
She'd be great.
She'd be
I think
fucking great.
good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Beast Wrestler 21 wants to know for all three. Since Ty Conte said no,
Fuck.
what other females would
Okay.
you want in Jurassic Express?
Well, it's not a concrete.
I'm just
no.
reading this. Don't look
Yeah,
at me.
yeah.
Okay.
This is how the fans are interpreting it, man.
Yeah, well, we'll see. There might be some BTs coming up.
Oh.
Where things might change
Why
a
are you
little bit.
smiling?
I like this.
Yeah.
I like this.
We're not done yet.
Okay.
With that one.
All right.
I'm still working on it, but I don't know, Jungle Boy. Do you have any other suggestions if we don't get Ty into the?
Who
Jurassic
else should you get,
Express?
Jungle Boy?
You want me to go to the next question?
No, I want to
A
know.
lot of them we should get.
I think Jungle Boy has a suggestion.
Well, no. I just it's an entertaining thing we got going on.
All right,
for
Jungle
many
Pixie
reasons.
on Twitter for all three of you. When are you guys going after the tag titles? We need Golden Express.
Wow.
We want to pitch a trios.
I keep asking them to let me just run in and shoot on somebody, but they keep telling me no. So
Do you have a preference of who you'd run in and shoot on?
I don't give a
Oh boy.
I don't give a damn.
He just wants to shoot on
I
everybody.
just want to go. Just go.
BDE, Marko Stunt.
Titles
Soon.
Yeah, we're
Whenever. We're down.
Where are you guys ranked right now?
5th. We're back in the ranking.
Oh, hey,
Hell yeah.
congrats.
And after maybe next week we got a big dark. If we can win that one,
Oh,
we're going to go up again.
I don't know when this is coming out. It's probably not for a couple of weeks. So you guys might be like
Oh, we
number
might
one
be
by
out-
then.
we might be number one
You might
by
be
then.
number one by then.
We may be out of the
Or we may-
rankings,
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's probably more likely.
Okay.
Cinnamon.
Stop banging on the table. You can literally pull the microphone out of the thing if you
You
want.
guys fucking with a mic.
Marco's comparing to something.
Just go like this.
Marco, you can take it out of that thing,
Yeah, just slide it out like this.
slide it out, and put it in your hand.
Oh, you mean like that?
Yeah.
you go.
Take that thing away from him. Thank you very
She
much.
knows
Okay.
what she's doing.
All
I know
right.
how to handle it.
Oh boy, here we go.
Cinema One on Twitter. For Marko Stunt, do you have any plans to really work on music? Because it's awesome and deserves to be out there.
I appreciate that. No. No,
Thank
I'm
you
just
very
kidding.
much.
No, I'm just kidding. No.
Thank you for that answer.
Yeah, I mean, I've been writing a lot recently, so like I have a bunch like put away for whenever I get a chance to do that, and it's something I would like to do in the future.
Yeah.
But it's nothing that I'm like focusing 100% on right now.
We haven't talked about your background in music, have we?
No.
So tell us about it.
I grew up. Well, actually, I didn't grow up singing, but I grew up being musical. I guess I would pick around on the piano and stuff, and I would pick out songs by ear as I'd hear them on the radio. I'd just pick out the notes and stuff.
Right.
So that was always fun for me. I still don't know how to actually play piano, but I can play guitar now, which is my favorite. I started learning that in 8th grade, actually. And but I took a class in 8th grade, and I only took it for a few months.
But it's enough to get you like VIP on Jericho Cruise.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, that week was great.
They taught me like 3 or 4 chords, which was really cool, and that just
That's all you need.
and that started me off on guitar.
We were not VIP, by the way. We were down in the bottom.
I was in a
floor.
VIP.
We were
This guy got a room.
balcony.
You got a balcony room?
I had a balcony. Yeah.
Oh,
We're
shit.
in the
were-
cellars.
Marco was keeping him up at night because he had like 8 video games going at once or something, right?
Video
the
games.
race
No,
cell
I just can't
phone.
sleep without sound.
He would be watching things on the phone, the TV.
My
Oh,
bad.
man.
You should have just knocked me out.
Lee D Line, that's LEEDEE Line on Twitter for Luchasaurus. I have a desperate need. I love this. I have a desperate need to hear anything about Luchasaurus's tattoos.
Oh, well, what do you want to know?
How many do you have?
That's it. That's the question.
I mean, there's like one big one.
Also,
Yeah.
is he a Chaucer guy?
Oh, well, actually, that's a good. Well, I have about over 500 hours of tattoo work. I got most of it in college.
I like that you measure it in hours more than number. That makes the most sense.
I can't remember how many times I sat there for like different ones.
Right.
And I kind of start connecting one from my toes all the way up to my head. So,
Yeah.
Like all the way.
So you're like
Yeah, like all the way.
You're tattooed all
it
over
goes,
the place.
It goes all the way. Yeah.
So
Wow.
Are you tattooed everywhere?
Yeah.
You're really?
Are you serious?
On the actual deal?
Yeah.
No. It's on the side of my leg, up the side.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
On the actual deal.
Yeah.
On the actual deal.
I love it.
That's Marco's territory, not me.
No, I would never tattoo it. That's too
It
much
would take
space.
too long.
I'm just
Hey, that's another 100 hours of work, everybody.
I've got to use that. I got to use that in commentary. Hit him on the actual deal.
Yeah. And then
This is unrestricted.
Yes, it is.
the professor I worked with studied Chaucer. I was actually a little before Chaucer. I studied Chrétien de Troyes, who wrote the Arthurian romances in the 12th century.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like
Good.
it.
That's good stuff, man.
All right, we got another question from Twitter. For all of you, what qualities do each of you bring to the team?
Well, we know what Marco brings.
The D.
That's not a quality, dude.
Maybe not for you.
I beg to differ.
I mean, he's matching all of them on Tinder for a reason, man.
It's
What
something.
qualities do we bring?
Well, you're the workhorse, definitely.
You take all the bumps.
You're the go-getter.
He brings the heart. He's the heartthrob. You know?
He's the one the ladies like.
Yeah, he's a ladies' man.
Well, I will say this. I'm going to put Marko Stunt over for a minute. Marko is my favorite person to watch wrestle.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Oh, 100%.
They probably don't have the camera on us, but we stand there on the apron, me and Luchasaurus, just fucking smiling and laughing so hard because my favorite thing is when Marko gets hit a little bit hard, you can see his face just change. And I just, oh my God, it's done.
Sometimes he just gets up and he just starts going.
You just kick the guys in the face, fucking going buck wild. But also, then for me, Marko, like, people don't ever see it because when the hot tag happens, it's all on him. Every single time I make the hot tag and roll out, I'm blown up out of my mind.
Yeah, you
Like,
are.
Oh my God. I roll on the ground and Marco's right there immediately with a bottle of water. Pouring it in my mouth and he's like, you got it, dude. You're doing great. So he really, literally is helping me so much.
He's the glue that holds you guys together.
Yeah, for real.
It's pretty cool.
Stop, you're gonna make me cry.
So Marco's the dick and the backbone of the group.
Hell yeah.
BDB.
In many ways. Okay, a little
Big
lady
backbone?
Katie on Twitter has 2 questions for Jungle Boy.
Here we go. Finally.
At some point in the future, Jungle Boy, do you think you'll start playing around with your hair, putting it in different styles when you wrestle, like a braid?
Are you going to keep the Griff Garrison going on?
Oh my God.
Oh,
That was terrible.
oh, Marco's
That
going to
was
kill me.
low.
That was brutal.
That was brutal.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point I'll do some things here and there. I don't know about a single braid. I don't know if I
Maybe for a pape once in a while.
Yeah, I gotta switch it up. I think maybe I'll go through phases. Like I'll have a little hairstyle I do for a while. I don't know. I'm still trying to have the classic look right now.
When you said you're gonna shave it in like a couple years or something?
I think when I'm a dad, I'm gonna cut it.
Yeah.
When you're a dad?
I'm gonna get this cool mohawk.
So you can be a cool dad?
Yeah.
Because you're not a cool dad without a mohawk.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. That's a ways away.
Yeah, dude, don't change.
No, Shannon.
Okay,
This is kind of your moneymaker, right?
don't change. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. I want to add something to this. Okay, I want to add, and this is not a fan question. I want to add something to it. Jungle Boy, I want to talk about your match that you had with Jericho.
Yes.
Oh, that was good.
Tremendous moment for you, wasn't it? I mean, in many ways.
I think still that is my favorite moment. That was like my first big moment here.
Right.
It's crazy. It changed everything really for me. I feel like also the second I touched Chris, I became a better wrestler.
He's great like that, right?
It sounds dramatic, but like literally by the end of that match, my whole perspective and everything on wrestling was different.
I think we were talking about it beforehand. It was like all of his shit's real simple,
Yeah.
but it's really great storytelling and just hit him really hard.
Yeah. Well, I went in. I was so nervous. I've never been more nervous about anything. I was throwing up, all this crazy shit.
Yeah, you were.
A lot of that.
You were.
For me though, it ended up just being like that night was perfect for me. My family came out to Texas to watch it, and then the match went great. It was perfect for me. And then I think that was the week before Christmas. And I just remember at the after party being with my family and all my friends, and the match had gone well. And I was just like, I feel really good about everything right now. And since then, everything's just been awesome.
Gravy.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, little lady Katie wants to know from Luchasaurus, have any of your Big Brother classmates reached out to you since Dynamite starting airing?
Well, I don't keep in touch with many of them, actually. There's a couple I do. My friend Meg and my friend Jason. And it's funny because when I was on the show...
Is that the real names?
Yeah, that's the real name.
Okay.
Judas.
Judas.
Well, I would say that. But they call me Austin there, too. But my friend Meg, we were kind of friends on the show. Jason, we were enemies on the show. And it's funny, like afterwards we find out, actually, he's a normal person and I really like him. Most of the people, I feel like they just get stuck in that world and it's like, it's hard to talk to them. I don't know. They only want to talk about, anytime I talk to a lot of those people, they just want to talk about the show or the next season of the show. And I wanted to get away from it.
Right.
And it was not a good necessarily, it was a good learning experience in my life, but it wasn't necessarily a good experience. Because you get out of that thing and there's this feeling of fame that's not real, and then you have nothing to do. And it's a depressing thing. And a lot of people go back to their normal job and they were in front of cameras for 3 months, and it's a lot to take in. So people that have been able to get away from it, I think, the one or two people that get to do a bunch of other shows, that's great. But everyone else is kind of like, what's next?
Yeah.
So I wanted to separate myself from it just for my own mental well-being.
So there was a little allusion to this earlier, but the voice of Doug W on Twitter, for all three of you, what are you doing?
Wardlow?
Is that Wardlow texting?
Yeah, it's
you?
Wardlow.
Wardlow special
okay.
ringtone.
All right.
Oh, it's definitely Wardlow.
Yep.
Tell him what's up.
Is it a bunch of ladies?
Yeah.
Wardlow's
Voice of
got
Doug
ladies.
W on Twitter, does Marco's friendship with Sammy present a conflict of interest?
In the background?
With your group.
Oh.
With your group, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. Does it?
Yeah, we have to ask Marco about that.
I don't think that's a me question.
I mean, it's for all three of you.
I don't feel like it prevent or blah, blah, blah. I don't feel like there's conflict with it. I feel like
you can all be professionals.
yeah. We're all civil when it comes to
Just Sammy, he's an idiot. Like
Sammy can be.
Hair in my head. Was fine.
Look, I told him he needs to learn to close his chairs.
Yes.
Does he not? Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, does he? Oh no, I think we all remember that.
Yeah.
This is a great question, and it's kind of serious, but I like it because I think I know the answer to this.
Oh shit.
Did the AEW Locker, this is for all three, the AEW Locker Room accept Marko right away? Or did many people think because of his size, that he didn't belong?
I mean, I guess you know better than me. I don't remember anyone ever in AEW having a problem with it.
Yeah.
No, everybody's
AEW was not really ever a problem.
no. Everybody's
AEW
accepted this.
yeah.
It's helpful that a lot of us all knew each other from the indies.
Yeah, that did help as
This
well.
locker room wasn't like a foreign locker room.
No.
We were all
No.
we all knew each other.
Right. There was like maybe like a couple people in like the women's locker room I hadn't worked
Yeah.
with, but I knew everybody.
Most everyone was already friends, which was cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
it was like I knew everybody.
It's like, oh, cool, we all get to work together now, but now there's money involved.
Yeah. Well, that's that. Yeah, that was the good thing. Everyone's just excited about that.
Yeah, I didn't really feel any hostility.
Yeah. So everyone is accepted, and I think all three of you would agree, and I know Aubrey would agree. It's been quite a ride in a short period of time, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been nuts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
This
that's
is
it.
super fun. Told you it was going to go fast.
That's
Yeah.
That was fast. It flew by.
Right?
Damn, I didn't mean to copy you.
Our thanks to Luchasaurus, Marko Stunt, and Jungle Boy. Truly three of our favorites.
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
You guys are my faves. You know that.
Yeah. I
Hey,
know, right?
hey,
what's up?
before we go off, I just want you guys to know that me and Tony share personal information together.
Yes.
And
A common thread.
Yeah.
Shivani? Like what?
Yeah, we'll leave.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
sharing girls
sure.
on Tinder?
No.
Well, not-
Boy.
Well, that's not for podcast.
That's right.
We'll cut that.
Wardlow's calling, guys. Wait, I got it.
Okay. Our thanks to Jurassic Express.
Sit down. Say we're not done yet.
Be sure to subscribe to the AEW Unrestricted podcast for free, and you can hear crazy shit like this wherever you get your podcasts. You can also check out the video of the podcast on YouTube. Just search AEW Unrestricted.
And of course, make sure you watch AEW Dynamite every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, 7 Central on TNT.
I'm Tony Schiavone.
I'm Aubrey Edwards.
Thanks for watching and listening to AEW Unrestricted.
Bye-bye.